Breaking news! There's been some news recently that has caused quite a stir among fans. I'll give you all the details firsthand, but first, make sure to click the like button to stay informed. And comment below if you think Kevin Stefanski should leave the Browns or should be given another chance. Now, let's get to it. Today's big news revolves around the future of our quarterback Deshaun Watson. Browns owner Jimmy Haslam recently threw his support behind head coach Kevin Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry, but when it came to Watson, things were a little less certain. Haslam mentioned, "We need to get through the season and we'll look at everything." This has many of us wondering what the future holds for Watson in Cleveland, especially considering his contract runs through 2026. Watson signed a whopping $230 million contract in 2022 after his trade from Houston. This season, however, has not been kind to him or the Browns. We're struggling at 3-10, a stark contrast to our 11-6 finish last year. Injuries have plagued our team, and Watson's performance hasn't helped. He went 1-6 as a starter before an injury ended his season early. His accuracy and decision-making have been poor, with just 5 touchdown passes in 7 games. Looking back, Watson's time in Cleveland has been tumultuous. In 2022, he completed less than 60% of his passes after serving an 11-game suspension. In 2023, his stats improved slightly, but Joe Flacco's late-season performance has overshadowed Watson. Off the field, Watson has faced serious allegations again this year, leading to another sexual assault lawsuit. Those legal issues, combined with his on-field struggles, have put his future with the Browns in jeopardy. If the Browns decide to move on from Watson, they wouldn't be the first team to cut ties with a highly paid quarterback. The Broncos, for example, are paying Russell Wilson $39 million this season to play for the Steelers. On the other hand, the Broncos are thriving with rookie Bo Nix, and Wilson is thriving in Pittsburgh. Likewise, the Giants took a $22 million hit to the salary cap after releasing Daniel Jones, who now plays for the Vikings. For now, Haslam's comments suggest that everything is on the table for the Browns' quarterback position. As he put it, "We'll sit down after the season and look at everything for next year." So, Browns fans, what do you think? Should we stick with Watson or explore other options? Nick Chubb, our star running back, has been an inspiration this season, showing incredible resilience after a grueling rehabilitation following the second reconstruction of his left knee. Despite the Browns' 3-10 record and being eliminated from the playoffs, Chubb remains committed to playing the final 4 games, saying, "I have a long way to go before I shut anything down." Chubb returned on October 20th and is steadily trying to regain the form that made him a 1,000-yard rusher and Pro Bowler. He's shown some improvements, carrying 93 times for 291 yards with a 3.1 average and 3 touchdowns. The progress might seem slow, but Chubb is focusing on the small victories, like making the right cuts and breaking tackles. In the recent loss to the Steelers, Chubb rushed 11 times for 48 yards, including a season-long 19-yard run. He said, "It felt good to get in the open field." Hopefully, you can just build on top of that. Looking ahead, Chubb's future with the Browns is uncertain. He's set to be a free agent in March after restructuring his contract for 2024. The Browns need to decide if a second year removed from the injury will allow him to be a true number 1 back and whether they can afford to lose a beloved player by coaches, players, and fans alike. Chubb expressed his desire to finish his career in Cleveland, saying, "I started here. I'd like to finish here." This Sunday, Chubb will face his former teammate and close friend Kareem Hunt as the Chiefs visit Huntington Bank Field. Hunt, who played 64 games with the Browns from 2019 to 23, has found success in Kansas City, rushing for 608 yards and 5 touchdowns this season. Chubb is excited to see Hunt thrive back with the team that originally drafted him. The Browns were ready to move on from Hunt after 2022 but re-signed him last year when Chubb was injured. Despite the challenges, Hunt has always expressed how much Kansas City means to him, and Chubb is proud of his friend's success. Chubb's recent return to Pittsburgh marked his first game there since his injury, and he said, "It was great. Obviously, what happened last year didn't cross my mind. I was happy to go out there and play against a great team and play with my teammates." Adding to his commendable efforts on the field, Chubb was announced as the team's Ed Block Courage Award nominee for his fight to return. He said, "It means a lot. Obviously, my teammates thought of me to win the award, and thinking back to all the rehab process, everything I've been through, I couldn't have done it without my teammates, my coaches, the city of Cleveland, everyone around me." So, Browns fans, what do you think about Nick Chubb's incredible journey this season? And how do you feel about the upcoming game against the Chiefs with Kareem Hunt on the other side? Browns owner Jimmy Haslam recently expressed his confidence in GM Andrew Berry and head coach Kevin Stefanski. He mentioned, "I trust them. We trust them. We're very supportive" when asked about their roles. Both men received multi-year contract extensions during training camp, but Haslam is puzzled by our current 3-10 record, especially after last year's 11-6 playoff season. As we prepare to face the defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs, Haslam admitted, "It's a little bit disconcerting what happened." Deshaun Watson, recovering from a ruptured Achilles tendon, remains a question mark for next season. Sources suggest Watson will return, but the Browns will explore all options for another QB1 given his surgery and shaky season. Haslam stressed, "We need to get through the season and we'll look at everything." Despite the challenges, a massive rebuild is not in the cards, though the team has plenty of needs to address. Now, let's talk about Dustin Hopkins and the kicker situation. Hopkins, who pulled his hamstring while attempting a touchdown return, has Riley Patterson breathing down his neck. Patterson, signed last Christmas, kicked in the final 2 games of the regular season and made his only field goal attempt in the playoff-clinching win over the Jets. Hopkins, despite the competition, praised Patterson, calling him a great guy. Patterson, equally supportive, said, "Dustin is the guy. He's awesome." After Hopkins missed 2 more kicks in the loss to the Steelers, coach Kevin Stefanski reiterated, "He's our kicker." Nevertheless, Patterson was brought in for a tryout and signed to the practice squad, potentially available to kick against the Chiefs. Stefanski explained, "We'll work on all those types of decisions this week." Hopkins, who has missed 6 of his last 9 kicks, is trying to find his groove. Last season, he set a Browns record with 33 of 36 field goals and was 8 of 8 from 50. Despite his struggles, Stefanski has confidence in Hopkins, saying, "He's a veteran who's been through a lot in his career and he's going to get through this." Patterson, signed by the Vikings as an undrafted rookie, has appeared in 40 career games and made 59 of 67 field goal attempts. This season, he played 1 game for the Jets, making all 3 of his extra point attempts. Patterson is ready to step up if needed, saying, "I'll be ready to go if they need me." Hopkins, deeply religious, is keeping his faith strong. He said, "If I didn't have my identity in the Lord and that was wrapped up in who I was as a football player, when something like this happened, your whole life would fall apart." He's working to be the best version of himself and believes this challenge will make him stronger. Hopkins' close friend Jameis Winston noted that Hopkins' wife, Gabrielle, has been caring for their autistic son and their young son at home, which has made it tough on the family. Winston said, "Dustin is a family man, and I think in terms of his schedule, in terms of his preparation, he needs to have his loved ones around him." Hopkins is keeping his fall in perspective, saying, "People's jobs and careers are important, so I'm not trying to discount not just mine, but anybody's job or career. It's an important part of our lives. But we shouldn't get all down when something isn't going our way." So, Browns fans, what do you think? Should we stick with Watson or explore other options? And what about our kicker situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Go Browns!